Cheers. So we got some Suntory Japanese whiskey. This one is their Toki. Let's set that off to the side. So we are using Kairos Amare. So this one was a sample sent over by the Chief, Corey. Thanks, the Chief Corey, for sending that over to me. He sent a bunch of samples of the latest and greatest soap bases and some pretty damn phenomenal scents as well. I got it loaded up into the bowl, the Lancaster bowl there. I'm also going to be using the Lancaster brush, my new brush that you guys saw in the candlelight shave video. I'll give you guys a better look at that right now. It's got that Lancaster B1 badger knot in it. My favorite badger knot, tied with the Hair Force 1 from Strike Gold Shave. So there's the head on, there's the side view, and then this is the beauty when you actually get some light on it. And you can see it has flutes on the ferrule as well as on the bottom. They kind of line up, and it's like absolute majesty. I just love it. This one was the one that I was referring to as Death, the final horseman of the apocalypse. And it has that pale green because Death arrived on a pale horse. And yeah, I think it's a beautiful handle. Tall and slender. It has the pale green, kind of has the black top. And it's just a work of art. I fucking love this thing. Andre did a fantastic job on this thing. It wasn't a custom. It wasn't, Andre doesn't do customs. It was a gift. So, big thank you, Andre. As much as I tried to pay him, he wouldn't let me. So, that's that. So, I'm also going to be just finishing off with some good Oleo and Honest Abe. And we're going to be shaving it down with the Blackland Vector with the Schick Proline blade in it. So, let's get with it. Another little sip here. So this will be my first use of Kairos. So let's see how it goes. I got my brush was soaking in the distilled water. So, if that means anything to you guys. I've been using distilled water because if you kind of recycle what's left in your little your brush soaking jar, you really don't use a whole hell of a lot of water per shave. I'd say I still have about a half a gallon to go, so probably about a couple months worth. That absolutely just ate the initial hydration. In just a couple swirls, I could tell we're going to need some more water. That's a nice tiny dollop. Not a huge addition, but that's right, we'll build gradually. So the scent on this one. It's not super potent. Maybe just under medium. It's there, but it's not bold. It's a real pleasant scent. I really like the scent. It's kind of fruity. You can tell there's some florals in there. It's somewhat sweet. It's almost like a fruity sweetness and then like a warm sweetness from the vanilla. I do think there's, kind of a like a woodsy, musky, like middle to it. And but on top, and what's most prevalent, I think, are those the fruit and the florals are most prevalent. And it is nice. It is nice. All right, so that's with the first water addition. Go ahead and add some extra in here. There we go. That should get us where we want to be. So yeah, I was just I didn't know what to use today. I do have some stuff that has not been used yet, but as far as like full-on soaps. But I've had these samples sitting around for a while, so I wanted to make sure that I got to them. And since me and Chief were kind of on the opposite ends of a discussion today, the Chief was kind of on my mind. And I was like, well, shit, I might as well use those samples that he sent along and make a video. So, yeah. Not an argument or anything like that. It was just, I commented on his video, and I don't think I made a good enough point to for him to understand where I was coming from. It was kind of hard for me to put in words, but I just basically, it wasn't thought out. It was kind of like a gut response. But I was more or less saying I don't like people reselling for a profit. That's just me. And I understand both sides of that reselling argument. I see both sides of the coin. And, you know, I don't care what you guys do because I don't really participate in buying soaps that are overpriced. And I don't really participate in selling soaps for a profit. So, I understand both sides of the coin, and I could kind of care less. Ooh, almost dunked my hand with my watch into the water. Pretty positive it's waterproof, but still don't want to take that chance. But yeah. So, I pretty much just saw myself on the other end of that debate, which is fine. We don't all have to agree on everything. There's no hard feelings whatsoever. And if anybody was on the outside looking in, that was not an argument. That was, you know, two people discussing a highly debated topic. So, but let's see what this Kairos is all about. I do believe Chief likes the vegan Nye base a tad bit better than Kairos, but Kairos is highly respected. Oh man. Feels nice. Definitely feels nice on the face. Of course, that could just be that beautiful Lancaster V1, but I could tell by the soap this is a very nice tallow base. I could visibly see like the density, and I can feel the weight of it on my face. I know the fellas like to do the little dab, but yeah, I could see it, I could feel it. It feels real nice. Just a real creamy, really dense. To me, it's pretty obvious this is good stuff before I've even taken a swipe yet. It's pretty obvious. Alright, I'll just smooth it out and we'll get to going. It's good stuff. Here we go. I think I have one grooming department soap. It was with a soap base that he didn't stick with very long at all. It was a good soap. You had to load the hell out of it, but once you did, it provided a very good shave. And grooming department is very respected. It's more so I don't have a whole lot of their soaps because they're really expensive. I just don't have interest in that shit. Like, I don't have very many of Holy Cause soaps either nowadays, because it's just like I just don't have interest. Don't have interest in that. Paying over $30, because you know I'm going to get the matching aftershave. So paying over $30 for a soap, and then over, you know, 25 or whatever, 20, 25 for a post-shave product. I'm just not interested. And some people, you know, could easily argue like, well, you're only $10 off when you're buying 2 sets or whatever. You're going up into the hundreds plus shipping, and they might be right, but I'm still going to draw the line where I want to draw the line. That's my decision, my choice to make, you know what I mean? People can talk about, you know, soap being an inexpensive luxury, and I totally can get on board with that. It is an inexpensive luxury, but I'm still going to draw the line somewhere, you know what I mean? Just because it's an inexpensive luxury doesn't mean that I'm going to just leave the cap off and let it keep growing. I'm going to put my foot down at some point, you know what I mean? And everybody has a different point for their budget, but I just don't have any interest in paying more than $30 for a soap. That's just me. Now, that does not mean that they're not great products, and if the price was lower, I probably would hop on board. But when there's so many, like, smaller, you know, artisans that are really, they make great soaps. It might not have 40, 50 ingredients on the side label, but they are still good soaps. And I could give them a shot for a fraction of the price, and I'm still going to get a good shave regardless, because I have sound technique, and I don't need world-class slickness to get a shave. I'm just going to give those guys a try instead. Still got plenty of lather. I like the fragrance on this. I like the scent. I do think this is a good one. Probably, I think it's easy to like. Probably a crowd pleaser for sure. And the lather on this thing is just so nice. I do like I think it looks a tad better than it, like, I'm not like blown away with its like slickness, but I do think it has some crazy good cushion. And don't get me wrong, plenty good slickness. But I'm not like blown away by the slickness. I think it has great slickness and just an amazing amount of density. I think it has really nice density. Cushion. Great slickness. But like I said, not mind-blowing slickness. Alright, another sip. Oh, that's nice. I also bought the Vector off the Chief, if you guys remember, for a very, very nice discount. Very generous guy, the Chief. I don't know what was up with that grip, but kind of didn't like that swing, that stroke. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to not buy the soap if you're just thinking of performance. Performance-wise, I think it's fantastic. Some soaps, it's just obvious, you know what I mean? And Grooming Department has a fantastic soap base on their hands, no doubt about that. So yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Marion The Barbarian is slinging Maddie Lindholm soaps. I think that's fucking awesome. I just figured those were gonna be like unobtainium on this side of the pond. But apparently, Maddie has sent over a package to Marion, and together they are supplying us Yanks. So that's fucking awesome. I definitely have one on order, and I can't wait to give it a shot. That's fucking BBS right there. That's nice. Dude, did you guys see CDB's fucking video with the candles? Oh my god. If you didn't see CDB's latest video, he left a link in the description for some very tasty sounding candles. High end, but very good sounding candles. Oh fuck, that's just funny. Did you guys put in your orders for your CDB quilted shave towels? Alright. I think we've got a nice little wash. We'll try to get a rinse. Oh, that was just a real nice shave. I think I am a fan of the Kairos base. That left a real good impression on me. But that being said, I just don't need it. Just don't need it. Tell me, does Grooming Department have a budget offering? Or are they all this way? You know, pushing $30 or over. Because if they have a budget offering, I would be interested in checking that out. What's it called? Ken from Shave 326 is also going to be hooking me up with some products that he's going to be sending my way. And then when I finish with Marion's products that he's sending me, I'm going to send those to Ken. And so we're all just kind of helping each other out. I think that's awesome. That way we all get a feature, you know, more items. And on top of that, we get to all give our impressions, you know, and see if there's any similarities or you know, differences between our likes and dislikes and our shaving styles. So that in and of itself should be interesting to find out. And then I think Ken's gonna send it off to Carlitos. Carlitos Shaves. So just one big circle. And then it'll go back to Marion, of course. Alright, I think I got the majority. I'll get the rest off camera. Let's take another sip of Toki. I don't really get down on like whiskeys and bourbons and rums too much. I kind of have to be in the mood for it. But from time to time, I do enjoy a glass. Alright. So we got the good Oleo, the skin food. I'm just going to get a couple drops here. Thank you to everyone that came out and joined in on my Instagram live the other day. And we got our Honest Abe here. Whoop, whoop. And yeah, I jumped on Instagram Live last night. It started out, I guess there was some like Instagram problems, and the picture became quite pixelated and all that, so I backed out and hopped back on. And that's the video that saved to IGTV. And that one I basically finished my second pass and then just bullshitted for the remainder of the hour. And man, we had a good time last night, just chopping it up, bullshitting. And we had a great time. So thank you for everybody that hopped in on that IG Live. I didn't announce it or anything. I just kind of hopped on out of the blue and let the crowd form naturally, so to speak. But yeah, we had a great time. I do like doing those from time to time. I want to do them more often, but then at the same time, you know, I want to make sure the YouTube is fully taken care of as well. So it's kind of conflicting. But regardless, I had a good time, and I do plan on doing more. So we used Kairos Amare. Great scent. I really enjoyed the scent, and I really enjoyed the soap base, actually. Yeah, if that kind of was like $5 cheaper, I don't think I would hesitate picking up an offering or two, because that Kairos base is it's a good one. I think if I had another shave, it would just kind of solidify my impressions. Sometimes you just know, it's like, I like that, you know what I mean? That was a good one. The Lancaster bowl, Lancaster brush that was gifted to me, just beautiful. The fucking fourth horseman right there, beautiful. And I love that Lancaster V1 Badger Knot. I could say that's my second Lancaster V1 Badger Knot, and even though it's a small sample size, they feel like exactly the same. They're consistent, you know what I mean? At least the two that I own, they feel the same, consistent. So not worried about ordering if I ever wanted to get a third, which I doubt it. But and then we also use Strike Gold Shaves Honest Abe, a dupe of Ultra Zest with a couple drops of good Oleo from Oleo and Company. And then of course the Blackland Vector. Always got to show that profile of just how nimble that head is. It's amazing. Bought this off the Chief. I fucking love this thing. Just thanks, Chief. Thanks for the deal on the Blackland. Thanks for the all the samples of these top-notch bases. I really enjoyed this one. Thanks for bringing up like topics to discuss and really get kind of like the wheels rolling up here, because a lot of times the wheels aren't always rolling up there, but that it's good, you know, to bounce discussion off each other, and because seeing other people's points of view and letting them talk is the best way to understand one another, you know what I mean? So that was great. Definitely not angry for anybody watching from the outside in. That was it. I think I did a full synopsis already, so we'll finish where we started with the glass of Suntory whiskey. Cheers, guys. You have a good week, all right? Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you.